Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm reviewing the new Target Crux darts, and this is the O2 model. There's 3 models in steel tip and I think 2 in soft tip. I bought these from Double Top Darts, and again very quick delivery from them. So let's check them out. So I'm reviewing the 21 gram version, the 90% tungsten. They're also in 23 and 25 gram in steel tip, but I'm not sure if there's a direct comparison model, but the model 11 kind of looks similar. So they're 19 and 20 gram and they retail for £39.95. So as you can see, it comes in this cardboard packaging, and on the back you got the 3 models in the steel tips. I think the soft tips are just slightly different. I don't know if they correlate to one of those models specifically. Inside you got the foam inlay holding everything in place and your target guarantee on the back. Come supplied with the Swiss point removal tool, fitted with the silver Swiss points and the Target Pro Grip short stems and number 6 small standard Crux flights. So as mentioned, they come fitted with the silver 26mm Swiss points, and it's kind of like a torpedo style. You've got a tapered front and then it's almost like parallel, but it looks as if there's a slight indent either side of that ring in the middle, so it might be a slight scallop there. It looks like a kind of a shark style grip. We'll have a super close look at the grip just now, but fairly closely spaced rings there, and then you've got that wide ring in the middle, and then the rings either side are kind of wider space, so it might be a nice reference point there for mid grippers, and could be just slightly more grippy there because of the wider rings, but the wide ring in the middle is kind of taking away some of that because it's taken up the space quite a bit. But nevertheless, I think it's a decent grip overall and quite a neat looking barrel, and fitted with the Target Pro Grip short and the Crux number 2 small standard flight, number 6 small standard flights. So as you can see, it's got a small smooth section at the front that's all tapered at the front there, and I'm not sure, but it looks like the shark grip has almost got like a texture on it, unless it's just the result of the machining. But it's a fairly closely spaced shark grip, but the angles are quite a steep angle, so it's not exactly a flat one. Like sometimes you get a flat one and you don't really feel the grip, so you do feel that a little bit. And then around that midsection, it's got some wide curved grooves and some very thin rings, and then a wide band or ring around the middle, and then repeats on the other half at the rear. And then the rear section mirrors the front, except it's more parallel, and then a small or slightly wider taper on the end that's smooth with the Target logo. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Crux 2 darts. The dart's fitted with the 26mm silver Swiss point. You've got a tapered nose there which is smooth, that's 5mm. Then you've got a section of shark style grip, that's 13.5mm, and then some very thin rings and fairly wide curved grooves, and the band in the middle. All that section is 10mm. So another section of the shark style grip, 13.5mm, and then a smooth tapered section on the end, 8mm. Length is 50mm, widest is 6.6mm. 21.12 grams. 21.15 grams and 21.15 full setup, 22.56 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Although it's got that ring in the middle, it's probably just slightly more grippy than the rest of the barrel either side of that, so 7 at most. Just before we go into the action, later on in the video I mentioned that the darts are very similar to the Harrows NX90, so I thought I'd put this picture up to have a little comparison, and they are a very similar shape and almost similar dimensions. The Harrows NX90 is a gram heavier and a little bit thicker overall, but the Harrows NX90 kind of tapers on the ray, whereas the Crux O2 is a little bit more parallel on the ray, but very similar darts. Well, at least I've got the last one in. Definitely do remind me of the Harrows NX90 if I remember. I know you'll have already seen it. I'll try and put a picture of them both together earlier in the video, just as a comparison. But I often say I'm not always a fan of a taper, and it's just down to the fact that I like to grip close to the nose, and obviously the taper's at the thin end there. But if you move up a little bit, obviously it gets a bit thicker, but it's also got a decent level of grip, but not quite in my natural spot when I move it up, but it's not too bad. All grouped together. I think I'm probably prefer, in first impressions, I probably prefer the NX90, but we'll see. I don't know what it was about the NX90, but they just had that feel where they seemed to like leave your hands so easy, and it felt just right. I don't know, not quite getting the same feeling with these, but like I say, it might be just depend, might need to play with them a little bit longer. I think I'll just have one more from there, and then I'll try it properly from the middle. See, that one went through the air without any spin or anything, but just I didn't get it straight, and that one spun and hit the treble 20. And that one hit the treble 20. It might be just one of them darts where you have to be in the right kind of mood for playing them, because like I say, it's not quite what I would normally use anyway. The NX90 weren't, but for whatever reason I seem to do alright with them. Right, I'll try that midsection now. So I think I'll probably just go slightly past where that smooth ring is, and the ring grip there is just slightly different, so there's a slightly different feel, but maybe still around about the same level of grippiness, possibly a little bit more, but not a lot in it. But I think if you're a mid gripper and it's your style of barrel, you'll be fine there, because you do feel like a slight difference. So it might act like a nice reference point, and even though it's got that fairly wide ring there, you're still getting a decent level of grip either side, so I think you'll be fine. So I think the difference with this and the NX90 is this one's got a wider smooth section on the rear, but it's still got some decent grip before that, so still be fine for rear grippers, I think. That one went through the air quite nice. But what I like about this style of shark grip is, although you don't really feel a lot of grip that way, when you push against it, you do feel a little bit of bite, so I think it does help a little bit when you're pushing the dart. Right in the corner. Ah, double free, didn't help us there. That's one. Of course. Only one so far. Come on. Nope. There's two, I think, here. Two. There's three. There's four. Oh. I'm starting to get the hang of them a little bit. It's just finding the right spot to get a nice balance. There's five. Ah, it's five again. It seems to be my number that now on the doubles. .5 points. .3 points. Ah, 54, should have done better there. Two 25s, 50 points. Oh, that was a good shot, that, because of the way the others were kind of positioned. Squeeze it through the middle. That's 100 after 6. Oh, 225s, 150 after 9. $125, 175 after 12, last 3. Always the same. What was that? 200. So, doubles, 1 to bowl. I got 5 again. It's becoming a popular number, that. 30 darts at 20, got 31. And the 180 round the clock, 54. I thought I was going to do better than that, but I messed it up. And the balls, 200. So there you go, that's the Target Crux Model 2. Not a bad dart for the price. It's, like I said, it was quite similar to the Arrows NX90. I think I prefer the NX90 a little bit more, but there's not a lot in it. It may just depend on the kind of grip that you like. But I think with me, tapered darts, they can be, I don't know, a bit hit and miss, excuse the pun, simply because I kind of have to get where it's a little bit wider on the barrel to feel as if I've got a little bit of control, but I can't always like get in the right spot, so sometimes it just takes me a while to get used to the darts. At one point I thought I was getting the hang of them because they just seemed to be going right, and then I lost it again. So and I think I was doing okay on the 180 round the clock, and I was starting to get quite a few trebles, and then it just started to go again. But that's darts. But anyway, I think it's a decent dart, so well worth a try, whether you're a front, mid or rear gripper. Probably going to be better for mid and rear grippers, but I'm sure some front grippers will be happy with them as well. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a closer look at them, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.